Alright, now we're going to go ahead and find the equation of a line in standard form, given 2 points again, 8, 3, and 2, -1. But this time, instead of point slope form, we're going to use the slope-intercept form of a line, which is y equals mx plus b. But the starting point is still the same. You still have to find the slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to -4 over -6, which is equal to a positive 2/3. Okay, so there's your slope. That's your m. So I'll stick an m out here. M equals 2/3. So we know right off the bat that y equals 2/3 x plus some b, which we know b is the y-intercept. So we're going to pick either 8, 3 or 2, -1 and come up with our equation. So I'm going to pick, I don't know, 2, -1. So the -1 is going to go in place of the y, since it's a y value. And the 2 is going to go in place of the x. And we're going to just solve for b. So -1, don't have to mess with that, but 2/3 times 2. And again, anytime you have fractions times a whole number, put it over 1. So we'd have -1 equals 4/3 plus b. Okay, move the 4/3 left, so I'm going to minus 4/3, minus 4/3. And -1 minus 4/3, you'd add and keep the sign. And -1 is actually, so we have common denominators, is actually 3/3. So we've really got -3/3 minus 4/3 equals b, because the 4/3 and 4/3 cross out. And so 3/3 minus 4/3 would be -7/3 equals b, which you could leave, or you could also leave it in terms of, that would be what, 2 1/3 negative. Okay, so our equation's y equals 2/3 x minus 2 1/3. Now that's not in standard form, but we could check this with the graph. And so if you pull up GeoGebra and take a look at the graph, you can actually see on here that -2 1/3 is your y-intercept, so we're good there. You could go in and actually check your rise and your run if you wanted to, or go in here and do a handy, if you take a look, I could also calculate the slope of this thing. So you hit slope at the bottom here and just touch your line, and there it is, 0.67. And that just tells you that that is 2/3. It's rounding. It's a computer that rounds. You could have it round further if you wanted to. So we've checked our slope. We know we're right. So let's put this thing in standard form. Granted, GeoGebra can do it for you, but you need to be able to do this by hand as well as with GeoGebra. So you go in here, move your 2/3 left, and this is why using this form is a little trickier than using the point slope form. In this case, we've got fractions, and I'll show you how to eliminate those. So I move the 2/3 x left, and this is what we have. To get rid of fractions, you just multiply by a common denominator. Our common denominator in this case is 3. So 3 times -2/3 is -2. 3 times y is 3y. And 3 times -2 1/3 is -7. And so you also can see that using GeoGebra, that matches up. So -2x plus 3y equals -7.